guys, hello. Welcome back to another video. So today I have some homemade fajitas. They're not, I mean, my way of course, but just some chicken with some peppers and onions, and the vegetables are very cooked down because, well, that's just how we like them, I guess, you know. And we have some cheese, rice, beans, and Arabic fasoli, and some tortilla wraps here, chili flavor, and some lettuce and some sour cream. So, all right, bismillah. And I have some cranberry juice. And what I'm gonna do is, my cat is already harassing me. All right, I'm gonna start in. Make a fajita. Now fajitas are messy, so I'm not really excited to eat them, but I'm hungry and they look good. So first things first, we're gonna put down some of the chicken stuff. Okay. Yeah. Some of the cheese. Okay, I love a lot of cheese on my fajitas. Some sour cream, or sorry, this is not sour cream. This is yogurt, sour yogurt, plain yogurt. I love it. And some lettuce. Now, I don't have tomatoes. There you go. I don't have tomatoes. I forgot them. That sucks. So I'm gonna fold it like that. Okay. It's gonna be so messy. All right, let's go. How does it taste like the mix, like the, you know, the old El Paso fajita mix you get in the box? It tastes like that, even though I didn't have all the seasonings. Beans and rice. So, I don't know the full history of fajita. I looked some of it up, but I was too lazy to put a lot of effort into it. But basically, fajitas originated around, there's like record of them around in the 1930s. They think it comes from the word faja, which means strips. So it's like strips, originally strips of skirt steak. I'm sorry, but when I hear skirt steak, I think of Lady Gaga's meat dress. Anyway. There were Mexican cowboys. And it's like, it's a Tex-Mex food, right? Well, these cowboys used to make strips of skirt steak with onions and peppers. It tastes the same as sour cream. Like, what's the difference? Oh. But anyway. I should have opened this first. So, yeah, traditionally, I mean, people usually eat this with, so it's like strips of meat, because you can have steak fajitas with peppers and onions. Now, every time I eat fajitas, I think of a memory I had growing up as a kid. And I was probably around like 9 or 10. And I had a lot of friends I didn't even like. When you're a kid, you just have classmates, and it's just like, one day they're just like, do you want to sleep over? And you're like, sure, why not? This time, I got invited to a sleepover. And it was just me and this one girlfriend that I had. Now, I never really told the truth about the people whose homes I slept over at, because at least this girl, because my mom would have never let me go back. Well, they were always going out and coming home late anytime I would sleep over. And they would let us like kind of party with them. Like just like they would be in the living room having some beers, and they would always have friends over and loud music. I remember them playing, "You ain't seen nothing yet. Baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet." That kind of music. And I call it brown 70s music. I don't know why. It's just how my mind always associates that music. I liked that song back in the day. Anyway. So. Woo. I'll just make one more. I'll use all the chicken. It's going to be a huge one. So on this occasion, I was sleeping over and we were sleeping. We would sleep like on the floor in front of the TV. They would let the movie network play like all, remember when like the satellite had like the movie network? They would let it play all night. And I would just like fall asleep to that. I'd try to. I wouldn't sleep well, but we slept on the floor with like a blanket and pillow. And they never vacuumed their floor. So I remember like always waking up with like crumb indentation marks on my forearm, because my forearm would overpass the blanket. Anyway, to make matters worse, they had a gerbil named, I think it was Patches. And I hope this person doesn't watch my videos. The little kibble bits would be like all on the ground. So anyway, we're sleeping, and then like, I don't know, it must have been like middle of the night, don't know what time, late, and we hear the door fly open and like a loud noise, and it was the dad, I think it was her stepdad and her mom. They were back from like a party or the bar or somewhere where adults went. I didn't know. I didn't understand where they went and how it worked. All I know is I always thought they were a hoot because, you know, at my house I had to go to bed early usually, and yeah. At the time I thought, I don't have cool parents like this. But anyway, look at this huge fajita taco. Mm. Mm. Oh well. Look at home. And the living room was like, the kitchen was like, they were kind of attached. Turning on all the lights in the kitchen, like, all right. Who's ready for some fajitas? And me, of course, being, you know, the food monster I was. My ears perked up and I was like, you know, oh yeah, I could go for some fajitas. So it was probably like 2 in the morning. They're making 2 or 3 in the morning. They're making fajitas. And we had fajitas. Even patches. I remember the movie that was playing. It was called, you guys probably know this movie, but Death Becomes Her. Some friends, I didn't like sleeping at their house and I would ask my mom to come get me because I got homesick. But her, never. Yeah, it was interesting to say the least. They were, so if I told my mom that, first of all, that her parents were going out and leaving us alone all hours of the night. I mean, technically, her parents would ask their older sister, her older sister, to watch us. Keep an eye on us. She never did. She stayed locked in her room. Playing 7 Minutes in Heaven with her boyfriend. And I know that because she told us. Fajitas are so messy. Anyway. I remember seeing her boyfriend once. He came downstairs. He was going home. And, one of my favorite movies as a kid was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And I just remember thinking, her boyfriend reminds me of one of the weasels. Not the one that's like, not the calm boss one, mafia boss one, but like the one that's always giggling like because he laughed like that. And he reminded me of a hedgehog. I don't know if it might have been the haircut. Anyway. Interesting. I have so many of these beans. I'm gonna have to eat some every day. So this is day 2 of me making the food. Yes. Very delicious. Anyway, that's my experience with fajitas. That's what I remember the most, is those 2 a.m. fajitas with patches and death becomes her at like 10 years old. Anyways, guys, thank you for having dinner with me. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.